Lumber prices are collapsing right before our very eyes. In today's video, I'm going to be going over where it looks like the price of lumber is heading. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Josh. This channel is all about building your own house, saving a ton of money. So be sure to subscribe, ring that bell so you get a notification every time I release a new video, and hammer that like button for me. That's all I ask in return for making this video. So what I have here is a chart of what's called lumber futures. So lumber futures are just contracts that traders trade when they think the price of a commodity is going a certain direction. So I'm going to give you some simple data points here. Right here is the month, and this is January of 2021 this year. This is June of 2020, and this is right now, August 2021. And right here is the price of where the contracts are, and this is just the data points on the chart to where it hit at a certain time. So if you look back here in June 2020, prices were about $400 a contract. And then as you can see here, we went very parabolic in May. I mean, it just from January of 2021 to May 2021, prices just skyrocketed for lumber. Everybody knows that. Everybody was talking about it. It was a huge deal, and it's still a huge deal. And if you look here around, it was about May 10th, the price of lumber, it peaked on the futures about $17.30, somewhere around there. And in today's prices, it's down about 70% from there. So kudos to those who waited to buy lumber more recently than then. So I built this house that I'm standing in. It's been about a year now when I bought the lumber. Actually, it was exactly a year ago today where I bought most of the framing lumber. And when I paid for my lumber, OSB was $10.50 a sheet. And right now, the same piece of OSB is going for around $39 a sheet, 30 some dollars a sheet, depending on the location around the country. So the prices that I tell you in this video are going to differ from your location. So if you're wondering, how can we use this data in predicting the future of where the prices are going to be here soon that we're going to be actually paying in the store? Well, let me show you my math here. So I paid $10.50 per sheet of OSB when I built this house I'm standing in right now a year ago. So this was exactly a year ago actually. So in August of 2021, or 2020, sorry, that's what I paid. And if you look back here at our chart, it was about right in this area. So lumber futures were about $600, $550, somewhere around there then. So whenever lumber futures were at $600 a contract, that means I was paying that for a piece of OSB. And again, this ain't going to be an exact correlation. This is going to be kind of a guesstimate. All right, so if we said it lags about 1 to 2 months behind, we're here, and right now, a month ago, was about right here. So we're still paying at the futures contracts prices of about, let's say $1,200. So now we're down half of where we were from then. So right now for a piece of OSB in the store, it looked like the last time I was in there, it was about $38 a sheet, okay? So if we're about $38 a sheet, and this is for 1/2 inch 4x8 OSB plywood, or some people just call it OSB, some people call it OSB plywood. So if you look at it, we're down more than half from 38. So we can be looking at paying below $20 a sheet here in the next probably month or two. So that's just something you want to keep in mind, but I'll give you a word of caution on that. There's some events coming up that could throw that way off. So we got hurricane season coming up, so that could jack the prices up really quick. So you want to keep that in mind. Some other things that are happening, we heard of the Rona increasing in problematic areas, so that's something to keep in mind. So if that gets out of hand, we could have a repeat of this situation. Hopefully we don't, but you know, that's just something that, you know, we got to talk about, which unfortunately we do. And another thing you got to think about too is the interest rates. If there's some kind of hyperinflation that hits, they might jack up interest rates, so home construction and the price of everything could really ramp up fast. I'm no economist by no means, so just take this with a grain of salt. I'm just some guy on YouTube trying to explain my theory on where I think prices are headed. But yeah, I hope that gives you a little insight. Comment below if whatever you feel is going to happen is going to have your spin on it. I'm really curious to see other people's opinions right now, because right now everything's just very bizarre, it seems like, and especially the economics and politics, it's just wild. But yeah, so I just want to go over that with you, and I'll probably give a couple more updates here in the following couple weeks of what's going on with lumber prices. So that's all I have for you today. Be sure to subscribe, ring that bell so you get a notification every time I release a new video, and hammer that like button for me, guys. That's what I need. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.